Hi everyone, my name's Nikki and I'm one of the co-founders of Grown Not Flown. As part of today's video, we're going to walk through what it looks like to add an item and sell items through Grown Not Flown. So I'm going to start, I'm in my shop settings and I just want to show you I've set up my shop, I'm connected to Stripe, and so you can see here this register to sell with Stripe is no longer listed. I'm going to use my actual farm profile, my real life actual farm profile to actually be to walk you through today's video as well. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I know that this is all set up correctly. I'm currently my profile is live. Sorry, nope, now it's live. I can click on the link. It'll take me through to sort of show me what that profile looks like, or I can of course go here and type grown dash not dash flown.com/shop/duck pig. And now this will actually take me through and open me up into my duck pig public profile. So you can see here I had an item that was for sale. It's currently out of stock. So I'll show you what that looks like. And also how to add new items as well. So I'm going to go back here. The first thing I'm going to do is just double check to make sure that all your information is correct when you're listing an item. We currently offer delivery within a 30-kilometre radius for $15, and we'll get in touch to be able to organise that delivery and farm pickup by appointment. And then I've got sat day operating hours nominated for those farm pickups. If I wanted to add any additional hours, I would add those here. And then that would then be part of that checkout process as well, so that they could nominate that. But currently I've only got the one option, so that's the only one that's available. So I'm going to click on items. And you can see here, I've got my stately proteas. They're currently out of stock. If we've got additional proteas, I can add those back in. So I can hit this little option here. I can edit, and this is where I'm going to be able to click if I want them to be available for buy now. You'll see that this changed the delivery option to must select one of these. I'll put that pickup and delivery is offered. Quantity is your inventory. How many of these do you have available? And so update this according to what you've got available personally. And if it's sort of changing stock, make sure that you continue to update that regularly as well. So I know, say up the paddock, we have 20 stems available at the moment. We've still got sort of an inconsistent supply. I'm going to keep the price as $3. If I want to add any additional information here, I sort of can, but I'm going to keep this one as is. So I'm going to save changes, and that's now updated, and that'll now list. You can see that it's no longer saying out of stock. The other option that I have here, so I've got edit, archive, hide. Hide is going to hide this from my public profile, from my public shop. So customers will no longer be able to see that this particular item is for sale. If you hide it and then you unhide, just make sure that you then go in and just sort of list it again as being for sale. So that's important, because otherwise it'll just it'll be listed. The reason that we do that is because we want to make sure that when you unhide an item, that you also update it to make sure that all the information is correct. Archive is the same as deleting. So if you archive an item, then it's the same as it's essentially it's removing it permanently from your profile. The reason we don't delete and we archive is because there might be transaction data attached to that particular item as well. And so we'll need to, in order to meet sort of regulatory requirements, hold on to that information for a period of time. And so they're the three sort of options: edit, archive, hide. That you can use to sort of manage once you've already got things set up as well. If I want to add a new item, I'm going to hit new up the top here, and I'm going to follow basically these steps in adding the item. So we've just recently added produce as well as being available. So I might add some farm fresh honey. And produce, I'm going to select produce, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to select the ones that are most appropriate according to the produce. So you can only select one option here and one option here. If we had flowers, I'd select flowers and what type of flowers it was. But I'm going to go back and select produce and honey for this particular item. If there's something that you notice that we don't have and it's like blindingly obvious, please send us an email at help@grown-not-flown.com.au. We ourselves, we're perennial wildflower and native growers. We also have small scale beef cattle and truffles. And so it means that there's, lots of things that we could have potentially overlooked or missed, especially when it comes to things like annual flowers and those sorts of things or different categories. So reach out, let us know, provide feedback, and we'll do what we can to accommodate from there also. And then these are optional. So info categories. So it's something like maybe growing conditions, or food certification actually is probably more appropriate. And so it might be for our honey that it is organic, not certified, or whatever it might be that is sort of relevant to those. And so we've got a few different things: quality, dietary requirements, color, stem length, depending on flowers, produce, whatever it sort of is as well. And then I also need to include a item description. So include as much or as little information, but this is just sort of, I guess, the additional details of what that particular product is, what makes it so great, what makes it special, what it is that you want to share with your customers about that. So I might sort of put honey from our farm. Honey from our farm. We have multiple hives. And so I'm not a bee. We have bees on our property, but we don't harvest the honey. But yeah, so whatever it is that might be, that's a descriptor for that. Now, if you're wanting to sell, you're going to select buy now. If that is not available to you, it's likely because your Stripe account hasn't been set up correctly, or your shop settings hasn't been set up to then be able to list items for sale. So go back and check those settings. But this is going to basically mean that it's able to be sold. You'll notice that when I do that, it also says that I need to select a pickup and delivery, or one of these options, as part of that checkout process. So for this, I'm going to offer pickup, but also delivery. Quantity is again my inventory. I'm going to say I have 20 jars of this available, and the price is going to be $15, and then it's going to be per jar 250 mils, something like that. And then I need to add a photo so that people can sort of understand, or have a look and see what your product looks like as well. But showcases it, and you can add multiple photos here as well. It doesn't just sort of have to be one photo. And then once that is uploaded, you're going to see that this is no longer grayed out, and I can add my item for sale. And so the delivery options are again according to what you set up in your shop settings. So I'm going to scroll up, and I'm going to see that I now have these 2 items listed for sale in my shop. I'm going to go through and add another one, and what it looks like for dahlias. So I might put dahlias mixed buckets. Item category, flowers. I can either choose probably here mixed buckets or dahlias. When people are searching, they'll be able to search using these different keywords, but they'll also be able to do a free type keyword search as well. So they can do the category. So select whichever one is most appropriate to you. For this, I'm going to select dahlias, and then I can add the growing conditions. I grow chemical free. I might, for quality, for these ones, it might be actually that these are considered to be not quite right. And so I'm going to put that information in as well. And then an item description. So beautiful dahlias, buckets of dahlias available, short stems. And so it's just something for people to be able to sort of understand. But you can also, include the stem length here as well. So as an option too. But from here, you're going to, if you again want to list them for sale, you're going to do buy now. This is going to become mandatory to fill in. I'm going to do these as pickup only, because I can't deliver these particular produce. So the only option is going to be for pickup. Quantity, how many buckets of these do I have available? Well, I've got 5. And what am I going to charge? $45. So it could be per bucket, 12 stems in a bucket, or whatever this additional information is for people to be able to understand what it is that they're buying and the metric. I'm going to update some pictures, and I'm going to just select these pictures that of the dahlias in the field as well. So the purpose around here is to include, again, as much or as little information, but enough information that people are going to be able to find you, search your product, and they're going to be able to interact with it the same way that you would like to interact when you're doing online shopping as well. Add the item. And now you can see I've got the dahlias, the statelies, and the farm fresh honey. Now I want to go have a look at what my profile, what it looks like. So I can either do that thing where I can either re-enter the URL up the top, or another shortcut is to just go into your settings and click on your URL, which again, it's only clickable if your actual website is published. And now I'm going to be able to go in and have a look and see what my profile looks like as well. And so you can see here, I've got, per bucket, 12 stems in a bucket, per jar, 250 mils per stem. And I can now click through, I can click here and I can see the different photos. These ones only have one photo, which is why they don't have the option to click through. And I can click buy now. And I'm going to have the option to be able to add those. So I can see here I've only got 5, so it's telling me that that's maxed out. If I was to check out and go through this process, it's then going to list that particular item as out of stock as well. Now, if you receive an order, so once you've listed all your items for sale, if you've received an order, you will receive a notification letting you know, or an email letting you know that an order has been placed to the email that is linked, or the one that you use to log in to the Grown Not Flown account. What that looks like is, so I've just gone here, I've gone back to my portal. It's going to open up to your messages. You can go to my shop. Once you've received orders, these are going to show up under sales here, right? And then payouts, this additional option, this will actually link you through to your Stripe account. The ordering process for Grown Not Flown, because they are consumable products, the same way that with DoorDash and Uber Eats with restaurants, we want you as the seller to confirm that order. So if I'm a buyer, I place my order, I go through the checkout process, a hold for the payment amount, for the checkout amount, is going to be placed on my card. I'm going to receive an automatic email confirmation or notification letting me know that my order has been received and is sitting with the seller to confirm or decline that order. You as the seller will need to go in and action that within 24 hours. If you do not action it within 24 hours, the order will automatically be cancelled. And so you can see here within my sales, this is where you manage all of your orders. So I've got an order here that's sitting, that's pending. And this says to me, this needs to be actioned, right? And I'll receive, if I don't action it within those 24 hours, I'll receive a reminder email, or I'll receive a couple of reminder emails before it'll then automatically be cancelled at that 24-hour mark. So please go in and confirm the orders as quickly as you can. The other thing being is that that's the period between when someone places an order to when it is confirmed is considered the cooling off period, and a customer can actually go in and cancel that order themselves without being charged any fees. They'll receive a full refund. Once an order has been confirmed, the payment will then automatically charge, and the money will then go into your Stripe account, less those transaction fees. The transaction fees being 4.8% Grown Not Flown listed transaction fee, plus the 2.9% Stripe fee, plus an additional 30 cents per transaction, which is also a Stripe fee. And so it's important to sort of note that money, less those fees, will automatically then go into your Stripe account, and then you'll be able to arrange the delivery or the pickup accordingly. But to confirm it, I'm going to click on this little button here, and I'm going to click confirm or decline. Now, this is once you have made the selection, you cannot change that selection. It's confirmed or declined, and declined means cancelled. So The email will then, if I confirm this, an email will automatically be sent to the buyer, letting them know that the order has been confirmed, and their credit card will be charged, or their credit or debit card will be charged accordingly. From here, you can also manage your orders. So you can click on this little button here, and it's going to show you these different options, which includes details, where I can click here. It's going to show me what the order is, what the pickup window, what it is that they've ordered. I can also click here to print a packing slip to help you. I can also go here. I can add notes to the order and just say, it might be contacted buyer to let them know we don't have any stately proteas and offered cream mink instead, so, and then that's going to save, and you're going to have a timestamp with that particular note that you can go back and reference. This one, I added a note, cancelled, didn't approve this in time, need to be more on top of this. It just gives you a reference point. You'll notice with the cancelled one as well, you can't sort of view the details either. But from here, you've got your messages. That's to be able to send a message to the buyer via the Grown Not Flown platform. Payout will again link you through to Stripe, and help will connect you with Grown Not Flown. So it'll send us a message just sort of requesting help as well. And yep, so that's the main thing. One last thing actually I want to show you is just so that you can see. So the menu over here actually has changed a little bit. So you go to get to search masterclasses and grower forum. If I click on search, and this is why it's going to be really important for you to get your shops listed and updated, and get both, a profile picture and a logo or a business picture as well, your descriptions, your shop set up all correctly. Because when I come here and I look at our Grown Not Flown map, you can see this is our directory, right? So these are all the people that are currently listed all over the world that are using Grown Not Flown to advertise their shops, so that people, or their farms, or what it is that they're sort of doing. And so you can click on different people, you can sort of see their information. I'm going to go to filter now, and I'm going to say items for sale, and I'm going to apply this, and I'm going to get rid of this, and you're going to see at the moment, because we've only just switched on transactions, that there's very few people currently listed with items for sale. So we've got someone over in the UK, and then we've got the 4 different farms listed here. So we've got Florin Lane in Queensland. We've got Protea Hill in New South Wales. Bailey Farm, and then of course we've got Duck Duck Pig, which is where I just added those items now. And so I'm going to click in, and I'm going to and you're going to be able to see all the different items that are for sale. And then again, here's just your little favorites button. So if I favorite that, then I'm going to be able to go back and easily get to that profile by, the left-hand menu navigation tool again. But that's all I wanted to kind of go through as part of today's. One last thing is that if you find that you are missing a profile picture, a personal profile picture, the place that you update those is within My Account. So I can click in My Account. It's going to take me through, and this is actually where I can change my profile picture here. So I'm going to put this one as a logo, a Duck Duck Pig logo. It's going to update, and then I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to hit Save Changes. And so that's been saved. And so you'll now see that this picture here is changed, which will also be changed on my public profile. But that's it for today's. If you need any help, or if you've got any questions, please get in contact. We're more than happy to help. Again, at help@grown-not-flown.com.au. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.